Good evening. We just want to welcome you. We show here to every Tuesday. So Soloko Silapa from 7 o'clock till 8. I'm not alone. Always Nago co-host. Uboni Boni.
Hi, my darling Lucy. Good evening to all of our viewers and listeners and all of those that are watching us live on FB. Hi, and welcome to Head On with Lucy Delz and Bonnie.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bonnie. Sizolibazisa, thanks to our content producer, Yoli N, behind the closed door. Ukhona umuntu osebenza very hard for basikwazi uphumela. Thank you so much. Kudala silapha, Yoli. When I say kudala silapha, I mean inyanga February yaphela ngoku. Kudala sithetha ininzi into esiye sayiphaka i-content yethu be-heavy kakhulu. I mean abanye they saying inyanga yothando. Asizoyiphikisa loo nto leyo. Kwabanye Yoli siyavakala kakuhle?
Ndiyakuniva kakuhle. I can hear you.
All right. Thank you so much. As long as usiva listeners that is a siva, then I'm happy. Abantu they claiming they wanna okay inyanga yothando. Abanye bathi jonga uthando lwantoni guys nithanda ngantoni? Asele nto nithanda ngayo thina. Abanye they saying February is Black History Month. Zininzi ke nezinto ezikhunjulayo kunyanga February. Uyabona zininzi izinto ekuthethwa ngazo but ke nathi siye safaka pha safumanisa ubana okay fine kule nto le love sihamba siphelele phi ngayo. Uyabona? So sifuna wonke umuntu arelate ne asifuni kungabikho umuntu urelateayo okanye in fact bathi khanithetheni nodwa nina abantu basemathandweni. So sifuna wonke umuntu ayazi into yobana ke sithethe into besinoyithetha sizawudlula. This is our last show kule nyanga sithetha ngayo then uMarch yangena, that is next week sabe siqala i-theme entsha asoyichaza ngoku but sawudibana next week again. So sizawungena nje kwi-news bulletin yethu. Thank you, Yoli. As Baba said, children, that February is Black History Month. That's our news bulletin sting, where we say, know your history. 22nd February 1871, John Langa Libalele Dube is born. He was born at the Inanda Mission Station of the American Zulu Mission, that is AZM, in Natal, to James and Elizabeth Dube. His father, James Dube, was one of the first ordained pastors of the American Zulu Mission. Dube's grandmother was the first convert of the Linley Mission Station. Dube's uncle, Umkawe, was a Zulu chief. Dube spent his early years at Adams School, where his father served as a congregational minister. In 1887, John Dube left South Africa to study at Oberlin College in the USA. Then in 1894, he married Noctela Mdima Dube. He later founded the Natal Bantu Teachers Association, which was known as the Natal African Teachers Union in NATU for professional Black teachers. Dube played a pivotal role in the political and socio-economic development of Black people in Natal. It is with heavy heart to hear about the passing of the vintage of traditional leadership. Unkosi ngangomhlaba Mathanzima sisolekelwe inkosi seyiphumile ke kwi-Eastern Cape House of Traditional Leaders into econfirma loo nto that namhlanje ngalo mhla inkosi yethu unkosi ngangomhlaba Mathanzima, man of integrity, kuthiwa ulele sithi nxeko sapho odlomo oMadiba ozondwa angangomhlaba ezinye izinto xa zisenzeka kuyabaluleka into yobana noko nithethe ngazo nokuba kuzawuthiwa ningabantwana nazi intoni hayi siyazi siyabulela kakhulu ngobomi bukankosi uMathanzima.
Yes. On this day in 1968, this day it was the ban of marriages between white and black people. Basically, it was a prohibition of mixed marriages, Act 1949, which was extended to white people and colored people. On this day in history, the amendment bill was adopted. Basically, marriage officers were given the power to decide the race of couples wanting to be married.
Yeah.
We've come a long way.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, 1 year after the original Prohibition of Marriages Act was adopted, a supplementary law known as the Immorality Act was adopted. It prohibited sex between people of different races. These laws often split families and entrenched racial division. P.W. Botha removed the act in the statuses of the book in 1986. We're talking about things that have happened on this day. On this day again, in 1969, the 15th Annual Conference of Trade Union Council of South Africa alters its constitution. The 15th Annual Conference altered its constitution in such a way that effectively debarred Africans from membership. It accomplished this by no longer accepting any unregistered unions under the TUSCA affiliates. Though black trade unions could organize legally, they were not recognized, they were not registered under labor relations. And also, I think that is important because labor relations is one of the issues that are...
Yes, true there. Then today is World Thinking Day. World Thinking Day. Funny as it is, celebrated February 22nd is a day of friendship, day of sisterhood and empowerment, where Girl Scouts and Girl Guides across the world speak out on the issues that affect girls and young women.
And on this day, actually, it's Be Humble Day. You know, we come with all these surprise days,
Yes.
but this one, I think it's my best and my favorite.
All right.
On Be Humble Day, that is celebrated on the 22nd of February, people across the world, irrespective of their religion, culture, and philosophy, they come together and stress the importance of being humble. Many great personalities that say humility is the most difficult of all virtues to attain. Either way, be humble. You can always send us a WhatsApp on 065 970 2707. 065 970 2707. Please hit us up. We want to know your stories. And
winter drive.
oh yes, our winter drive.
Yes. KNRK's Winter Warmth Drive, KNRK's, in partnership with Helping Those in Need, is looking for your help in achieving the success of the Winter Warmth Drive 2022. We plead with you to search those boxes and storage bags because someone out there really needs anything warm that you may just have sitting there gathering dust in your home. Winter is no joke when you have nowhere to go or to protect you from the cold. We know how lonely it can get when even the elements are working against your well-being. During these tough times, we are attempting to collect 1,000 items to be handed over on the 31st of June 2022. Drop your donations, donation items at Kid and Jesse Radio. That's from number 6 to 8 Donald Road in Vincent. That's opposite Game across the street from Vincent Park in East London. We would love to see the collection stack grow every day to ensure that as many children, women, and men get to realize a warmer and better winter. Let's make it happen together for those who refuse to live out in the cold, helping those in need because KNR cares.
Definitely.
Asifundi nje, because it is very painful when you see people belele estradweni.
Yeah.
Abanye behamba ungomama mhlawumbe ehleli kunye nomntwana wakhe estradweni. So iyasincedisa ke ngomuntu obana lento wena bufuna uyenza ukwazi uyenza kunye nabanye xa sesiyenza sisonke as a community, it makes a difference kubantu abaninzi. Mhlawumbe wena you want to donate but awuzazi uba mawuthina, so bring all those things to KNR. Thank you.
Thank you. We head on to Head On Foundation. Ndicela nje girls ndinithi ads. Job ads.
Moment of truth. Welcome to the moment of
Welcome to this video on self-forgiveness. This is part of the Cognitive Behavioral Therapy Nuggets series, and I'm your host, Dr. Dawn-Elise Snipes. Forgiveness and even self-forgiveness doesn't mean that you agree with or condone the situation. You may look back on it and go, what I did was not right. But you're choosing to stop using your energy to beat yourself up. You did what you did. It's in the past. Okay. The benefits of self-forgiveness include improved health, improved mental health, and improved relationships. If you are holding on to anger and resentments and guilt at yourself, you are carrying around a load of bricks, basically. Think about it that way. Every resentment and every guilt you have is like a brick in a backpack that you are carrying around with you every day. And it makes life harder. And it uses a lot of your energy that you could be using to work towards your rich and meaningful life. The 4 R's of self-forgiveness. Number 1, look at the situation that you feel guilty about. Take responsibility only for those aspects that you are responsible for. Most of the time, and we talked about this in perspective taking, most of the time, the onus is not 100% on you. Other things were going on. So take responsibility for what parts were within your control, but also recognize that there are some parts that other people may be responsible for. Express remorse for what you did. That's going along with, apologizing. Apologize to yourself, apologize to anybody that you hurt. In order to forgive yourself, it's important to express remorse. And then a lot of times, because people feel guilty for things that they did, it's important for them to rectify the situation if possible, or make amends when possible. It's not always possible to do this, but doing things that can help fix the situation are certainly helpful. If you can't rectify or make amends, then at least figure out how to learn from the experience so you don't do it again. The fourth aspect, you've taken responsibility, you've expressed remorse, you've done what you can to rectify the situation and learn from it. Now it's time to release past hurt and accept your imperfection. Accept that you're lovable for who you are, imperfections and all. And that can take a while to wrap your head around because you probably hold yourself to a much higher standard than you hold other people to. But it's important to forgive yourself for mistakes you made, for things that you didn't do, for choices, whatever it is that you are still beating yourself up over. Is beating yourself up helping you move towards a rich and meaningful life? What would happen if you decided to take these steps in order to let go of that grief and that guilt over things that you did in the past that you wish you hadn't? Think about that.
Yabona ke once ukuthethwa ngeforgiveness ingulo umuntu vese ucinge ithathi yakubeka kwindawo ungafuni uba kuyo. Because iforgiveness ivele ingene pha enhliziyweni ayixoxe yona. If uthetha xa uthethayo uvela uthethe njengomlomo ungacingi. Yona iforgiveness ayixoxe ayibe izulisa ayifake ayithini ibaleki iyongena pha. It's either you forgive or ungaforgive. So there is no in between. It's either yaxolela okanye awuxoleli. And ke ngoku if awuxoleli, it means now you are carrying a load of bricks apha kuwe.
And not only that, Lucy, when forgiveness also, you need to humbly ask for it. It's not a matter of saying that please forgive me and then you don't change behavior. There must be change in behavior. Not only because today it's Be Humble Day, but if forgiveness, it goes with being humble. You need to humble yourself if you want people to forgive you.
That you are sorry. Show that remorse. After taking your responsibility, I like it when she says, take responsibility for only ezi zinto that you are responsible wena ngazo. Because xa sekukubi kuyi-havoc zikhona ezinye izinto ezizawudityaniswa nawe ezingenanto inakwenza nawe. Now you want to take responsibility ubopha amabande ezinto ezingakudibanisiyo. Take responsibility and then try to rectify, amend umonakalo wenziwe nguwe. Then now ke siyarelisa.
And then Lucy, I think one of the important things there is that actively rebuild the trust. Because kaloku, there's always, if we go to an element of forgiveness, it means that there was a breakdown in relationship or relations. You see, so ucelile uxolo, but yenza ke ngoku The ball is in your court
Yeah.
to actively rebuild the trust. Because if you don't
Yes.
do that, then it means that you have not given that or asked for that forgiveness. Because a real apology requires admission of a fault.
Yeah, it's
You
true.
see, you need to humbly admit that you were wrong.
Yeah.
And not only that, rebuild a trust, which is a topic yet
Iyo loo nto isisakho rebuilding after the storm.
after the
Istorm ke kuba khona ingceba after the storm. Kuba khona ezanto uqomba hey jonga inkulu into ebisenzeka apha. Someone who came after the storm uvela qomba hesana kanti bekusenzeka ntoni apha. You know ibisistorm. But wena mntu ubukuso istorm ushiye kunjani ngaphakathi. If omnye umuntu uyafika after the storm from the outside abone into yobana jonga beku hectic up. Wena mntu ebekuso istorm noba kunjani ke kuwe ngaphakathi, you are in pieces. You are teared in pieces. Now sine guest yet this evening. Ubuyile ebekhona last week but sathi asenzanga justice kwi topic, and so we've decided to invite again uLincy Mushesh van der Bill uba azosijoyina. He's a life coach, youth and teenage life coach. Zininzi ke izinto azenzayo but sizawumva asifuni noba sibe siwaste ixesha kakhulu, but enanto ibalulekileyo efanele uba siyayiveza is that sithethe noLincy and he told us his story. Esixelela that he was an alcohol addict and ukhule with uGranny wakhe in East London, and into emandi ke ngoku is that sithetha nge-adult life coach. So yonke le nto sithetha nge-history, hence now sisithi rebuilding after the storm. Because ezi zinto uthi he used alcohol kakhulu but unesizathu zakhe azibekileyo. Sometimes in our homes asikho ready for izizathu. Akekho umzali already for isizathu esinjalo. Uyabona, at any stage of life womntana nje azoxela izalo zoba why am I behaving like this, uyabona. And umama wakhe was a teenager xa efumana yena, so naye she was at school, uyabona nje. So ube nezinto ezithi xa esibalisela wathi benga-understand nam kwi-lower grades, the foundation phase, where abanye abantwana would be picked up by their parents. Maybe umama okanye both mom and dad, but yena uzazifindela his way home. So benga-understand. So uthi gqike ngoku naye nalaa bitterness, yabo. So zizinto ke ezi esifuna uthetha ngazo. At the same time sithi ke ngoku umuvile man wena away from that ngoku. Benze njani to move away, because abanye basepha, abanye badala bangotata, but they still carry those bricks zoba mna zange ndilandwe nasesikolweni. Unabantwana ngoku unabo nabazukulwana but usakhera ibrick ethi mna esikolweni ndandingalandwa. You understand? So omnye ukhera la brick ithi where was my mom when I grew up, ebephi, uyabona nje. Omnye uzawuthi lo nam ndandifunda, so ngoba ufuna ndithini. And actually omnye uthi ndandiphangela, I had to quit isikolo ndiyophangela for ba wena ukwazi ukhula, and yet wena busafuna ubanjwa ndim ukusesikolweni, uyabona. So omnye ngapha une anger yakhe as a young mom uba I had to quit school. I wanted to finish nam isikolo but I couldn't because ekhaya I was told uba mandiyeke isikolo ndiyophangela. Lo umphangelelayo une anger yakhe yokuba wena you were not there for yena when he or when she needed you, uyabona. So zezi zinto ke kufuneka sithethe ngazo, uyabona. Zezinyani kufuneka sithethe ngazo. And ke ngoku at the time oGranny bebekhona but oGranny ngoku they are not there. So nishiyeka ke ngoku nina nobabini anikwazi ucommunicate because i-communication yayisenzeka through uGranny. But the fact that ngoku engekho anikwazi ucommunicate, yebo. So zezi zinto ke ezisenza into yobana sithi rebuilding after the storm. Where do you start? Because somehow you don't get along with each other. Anifumanani anifumanani because zange nafumanana from the onset bekusithiwa xa ebizwa umama ngusisi because umama mnye apha kule household yabo
Of which umama abe ngugranny or
umama abe
makhulu.
ngugrain but ugrain ngoku is no more now when you are expected ubana ngoku ube ne relationship with a real mother, how are you going to start this relationship? How are you going to start building this relationship that has never existed? Mhlawumbi ke ngela xesha you were protected kuba bekusazi uba umncinci asifuna ube exposed kwizinto ezithile. You were protected uba ungadibani notatakho lo naye ufundayo. Uyayibona nje. So your grandfather was your father because he did everything. But your grandfather is no more. Now you want to know your real dad. And you are angry that he was not there. But someone protected you from them, from having a relationship. Especially culture.
So, iphinde wena Lucy iye kulaa nto ithi ngoku we've got this person, right, like the person that we'll be talking to today, and we've just had a clip about forgiveness.
Yeah.
So this forgiveness is two ways, because you need to forgive others, you need to forgive self.
Yes.
So where do you draw the line between the two things? And now it goes to a process of healing, because yonke laa nto, there must be healing eyenzekayo, you know. And how do we move forward? I think inantsika yethu ispeaker sethu masisherishe nathi namhlanje into yoba yenze kwenzeka njani. How do we move?
Ucela nje simphe umzuzu. Siyayazi mos indaba ye-Wi-Fi isenza ntoni, but he'll be with us.
Technology yasoloko iba nazo into ezifana napha.
Yeah, but
no
otherwise
problem, we are here.
ukhona u-Ika ndenzela nje ne-viewers zethu ziyazi uba hayi ulapha u-Ika.
Yes, siyamazi Lindsay, simlindile.
Yeah,
but because le topic besikhe sangena kuyo, then sizomlinda sisitsho that this is not an easy one. Because ngoku you'll find into yobana njengoba nje uLindsay he's a male, baninzi abantwana abazi-boys abangekho right emphefumlweni. But it's so unfortunate that most boys don't talk. Most men don't communicate their feelings. They bury their feelings inside.
Yeah.
And kuloo nto babezibhera inside, they best. Sometimes they best ebantwini abangakhange babenze nto. Uyayibona nje. They best kubantu aba-innocent. They best to their lovers. Yebo, you meet someone wena uqomba okay fine andifumene la type, yebo, kanti le type ine-issues ze-background khange izisolve ii-issues zayo ze-background, yebo. And so ufumanisa into yobana hey manjonga nisoloko nine-unresolved issues simply because une-issues ze-background angakhange azisolve, uyabona. So zezi zinto ke ngoku kufuneka sithethe ngazo, sizama ujonga into yobana okay fine, rebuilding this after the storm, yabo. So we need to rebuild. We really need to rebuild. We need to take our broken pieces, and move forward, because once we don't do that, izawukwenza into yobana ungakwazi umove forward kunye nomnye umntu, because uzawusoloko umane ubuya back, ube nezaa zinto zimane zikutriggerisha phaa uba okay kanene into ethile kanene zange ilungi. In fact mhlawumbi uthethe nje igama eliyi-1 elalikhe lathethwa ngumntu angazange ayiclose chapter kunye naye, and then yebo.
The name of the program is Head On. We're dealing with these things head on. Stay with us. Ufuna usithatha use-breaking?
Okay, ndinganidlalela nje just a quick promo from
Moment of truth. Joined on the line now by Anna-Lee. Yourself and your husband were involved in a serious plane crash. What happened then?
Well, we had a plane accident, and we were in the plane with my father-in-law, and some things that went wrong, and before we knew it, we were heading for the ground nose first. And when we hit the ground, everything was in flames. We were covered in jet fuel, and we were burning. My father-in-law, which was pilot, actually passed away on impact, and I was trapped in the plane. I couldn't get out. My husband was able to get out at that stage. We realized I was trapped. He then came back into the plane and shielded me from most of the plane.
Yeah, that's true. It's 12. 12 to 3. 8. That's correct. Which frequency? Like the hourly rate. 89.
There you are. Come again.
Oh, yes, we did say that. Lindsay Moshesh van der Beek. Thank you very much, Lindsay, too, for joining us. Good evening. Say hi to our viewers.
Hi, Lindsay.
Am I
Can you
mute?
hear?
Hello.
We can hear
Okay, there
you.
was silence there for a while, but I can hear you now.
Okay.
Great.
Good evening, Lindsay. How are you? I think.
Good evening, sis. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
But you are breaking a bit.
Is it?
Okay, mhlawumbe sizawuba right, ne?
Yeah. No, if
mhlawumbe.
push comes to shove, we can just do a telephonic, but let's see how far
Let's
this
see.
gets us.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank you, Lindsay.
This is phone in. I'm
Yeah,
saying I'm on the
so-
phone, so I'll try. Whilst
Yeah,
we're on,
so
I'll
if-
try to get the laptop as well working.
Okay, no, if we're struggling, we'll just give you a call instead of streaming, okay?
Okay.
Okay, awesome. Let's see how far this takes us.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
no problem. Good.
We just want to welcome our listeners that have just joined us now. And Lindsay Moshesh van der Beek. He was here last week. Sathetha sancokola. So, because of the time, we are not going to reflect kakhulu on what you've discussed in last week, but I'll continue because we said we did not do justice last week. And so this week, let's continue because there's a lot that we want to hear from you. Of course, it's going to assist it's going to assist umntwana, and it's going to assist also the parents. Kuba nzima ke when you have flu and then ube ne-show. Bonnie, please assist there.
Lenzito, as Lucy.
Okay. Okay, you're breaking this, SB. You're on mute.
No, she should be.
Your speaker is mute, SB. Ingathi mic yakhe imutile, SB. Hello.
can do is just to continue with a telephonic conversation, okay? Just to save time. Oh,
Okay.
I think I'm just worried about time because we only have about 20 minutes left, so we can just continue the telephonic interview.
Okay. Thank you so much, Yoli, for your assistance there. Lindsay, our listeners are waiting. Eish, asisakwazi nothini ngokasokubuza nempilo. We can see that you're fine, but it's just
Okay. All right, no, that's fine.
No, we're using multiple devices, so it's fine. She is
Let-
connected. But let's just continue with the telephonic interview. Okay.
Yebo.
okay. Okay. Okay.
It apha
Okay.
kum. It kuwe it's B-side.
Hello, Lindsay. Okay.
Okay.
We continue the interview. Our listeners are dying to hear from you.
ukhona umuntu okwi-background
Yeah.
nayo mane ekuphazamisa pha. Yena Shem is trying to assist. Yeah, but yeah, your mother was a teenager. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Your mother was a teenager when she had you. What was the healing process? Okay. Forgiving her for not being present the way you expected or the way you wanted. Wena. So what was the healing process? Yes. Yeah. Mm. 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 No. Wow. Mm. 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 Yes. Mm.
I'm at an age and a level where I understand things differently from when I was a child. So yes, I grew up with a lot of hatred, a lot of why this, why that. But you later then realize, oh, this is what my mom was trying to do.
Mm.
So it's honestly a difficult thing to ask Mozambique. When did you forgive your mom? Let's forgive yourself for being so unfair and so hard on her.
Wow. Okay, Lindsay. Are there moments or situations where you thought you would not be able to go back home, mhlawumbi kuyo yonke le process of healing yakho and forgiveness and you understanding ukuba okanye and the process of maturity, mhlawumbi akho izinto ebezikhe zenzeka pha where you thought andisafuna ubuya mna, in fact I don't belong in that house when they call you?
So one thing that I will say is to
Okay. Okay, sure. That one, sure.
Hey, Linzito.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm. Yeah.
It's the same Joshua. You can go drink thinking that I am drowning my problem. I'm not problem that drowning guy. All problems can swim.
Sure.
And the moment you start drowning the problem, your problems are just floating.
You are
Yo.
drowning.
It's over.
Sure.
They will move on these guys, I'm a backstroke, I'm a butterfly. They will just relax while you are thinking.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. Mm.
Yo.
Running away is not a solution. And there comes a time when you know what you must do.
Mm.
So, yes, there would have been times where I thought I could run away, but you know, when you run out of resources, and the only resources that you are entitled to, the resources are the kind.
Yeah.
There we are entitled to. Because you can go stay my friends, you can go stay my family, they will make it known who they are super with.
What? Oh, louder there. I wish ngawufaka loudspeaker. Put you on record so that wonke umuntu akuve. You know, when you feel like saying this, you don't say it ngokwakho.
Yeah.
You just put uLindsay there.
Senzi mimi.
Just press the button and then he tells the story. Ukubana
Yo.
problems zakho, they won't drown. Instead, they will fly. Zizawufloat. Yeah. Funny. Okay. Ish. Okay.
Hey. Lindsito, I think on my side, you are here now, you've passed the problems and everything else. And I think even your profile says it for itself. One question on my side is, how long did it take you before deciding you can share your journey, even the painful parts of it, to others? Using your journey to empower others. Yeah. Yeah.
Siyakufuna, you must come back.
Lindsay, your line
Please.
is static.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Lindsay, your line is static. We can't hear you. Okay, we can
Oh.
hear you
Oh
now.
yeah, we can hear you now. We can
Clear
hear you
now.
now.
So I'm saying I motivated people before I called myself motivational speaker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
From now on, my motivational speaker. People ask, you are doing this thing, you are already one, why don't you just continue doing it?
Yeah.
Mm.
I started speaking at school and I realized that my journey
Mm.
needs to be shared with others because not everyone is going to be as resilient as me. And there are others that could be as resilient as me, but they just need to hear it from someone that has been through it, that it is possible to go through it.
Mm.
Mm.
So when I started speaking under DJ Fool's Foundation, I said to him, listen, I enjoy doing what I'm doing. I think this is my calling. I want to take it further. How do I go about it? So he said, listen, there's two things that you need to do. You need to read a lot of different books so that you are knowledgeable.
Mm.
And second, never lie. Just tell your honest truth.
Okay.
People love lying or not. Just tell your honest truth. And every time you start speaking to people and you see them, take an interest in what it is and appreciate what you've been through, you start becoming more open and open about your life. And the more public the more of a public person or public figure you become, the more you realize that, I actually need positive side of it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have umgani onomona that will come out and it will bring out the bad side and say, those that's a better other things they used to do, you understand?
Yeah.
So it's almost like when it comes to those, if you accept that and then talking after that there's nothing that people can worry you about.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But if you hide behind this months of bed, when I go, when I die,
Yeah.
Mm.
your good and your bad. And I think once people get to understand it, then it becomes easier to talk about your life
Mm-hmm.
and inspire people because people also people are able to pick up when you are lying. So when you tell lies, they might look like they're interested, but look, to tell a lie and to let people believe you, you need to be very, 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 very
Mm.
more. Yeah, people pick that up to say, okay, you know what? Let me just pretend I agree with you, but later I said
Ayikho. Mm.
Yeah.
So,
that's what makes it easy for me to be so open.
okay. So, you know, siyaqhubeka man, siyaqhubeka jonga. How, who did you struggle to forgive in your healing process? Kubani oyena mntu waqonda uba, hey, yazi ntoni? But eventually maybe you did or you didn't. You mind sharing us a story?
Yeah. In fact, before you answer there, Lindsay,
Mm.
mhlawumbe masi-add sithi, are there relationships that were damaged or that were dented at the time? Uyabona? And ke ngoku the process of healing kwenzeka nje waba right. How is the relationship ke ngoku?
Yeah.
After that, because we are saying rebuilding after the storm. Ne? So if there were damages, we trust, if there were damages, we had, then how do you then rebuild or take the broken pieces?
Yeah.
Myself, because people operate differently. I think the person that I had despised or that I thought I had despised the most was Utata. And because he was never there. He was around, but he was never there. He was alive, but he was absent father. However, because my mother had never bad mouthed him, he was never like I wasn't how can I say among pushing or putting him so on.
Okay.
It was just a matter of like why aren't you here, why aren't you? But then miraculously as I started growing I was like, no man, I don't want to be like him. So let me forgive him and try because and one of the days he's not going to be around anymore. And now you want to have children and let the kids know their grandparents because
Okay.
So unfortunately my dad had passed on, but when he had passed on we were in the process of building a different kind of relationship. That one didn't materialize to that extent. But I think if I can talk about a relationship that it was a friendship, very, very close friendship with a childhood friend of mine. And up until this day, I don't think I'll ever speak to him or be friends again. Because I think in some of the storms, sometimes a storm can be a good and a bad thing. Sometimes it rids you of certain things. It cleanses you. Titanic. We now have the MSC, we have the Symphonia, we have all those ships. The storm or the iceberg dealt with the Titanic.
Okay.
You can't have another relationship with the Titanic. The Titanic must be left with there where it is.
Yeah.
So as much as we want to mend relationships, some relationships are not supposed
Awamende
Yeah.
Kimdase. Oh. Yes, wena.
So with me, and that's why most of the times I speak for myself because I have a different spiritual view. So I believe that my people speak to me and my people guide. And when you have visions, when you have thoughts sometimes, abadala that are guiding you with ingane like ingxaki like kodwa bongasimameli vibe. Ifana nokuthi mawubona you are single and you see this beautiful girl, you like yazini. I can acknowledge the fact that umuhle man, kodwa you are not for me. I compliment yakho ngizokunika kodwa not for me. Angitshela you are not made for me, but you are beautiful in your own way. It's that kind when ukuthi not everything oyihalelayo funeke ube nayo. Not everything that you want must be have. Some things nje into shopping. Look at it and must.
Hey, okay, eish, yazi Jonga, ixesha lethu seliphelile, but Lindsay, yazi there's something ngoku and evela you know when you are saying and now it's all about energy. You know, xa ujongile ezinye izinto especially as a lady, ne, you then ask yourself different questions ukuba why ndingazotshata ndimhle, ne, because ezinye izinto they are associated with into ethile, ne,
Yeah,
athi
yeah.
omnye okay ndiye ejimini ndislender, I've got le figure ifunwayo, I've got this, I've got all these qualities that people are expecting,
Yeah.
and yet you are not getting le part na uyifunayo. And now it tells me ukuba this thing is not about you, girl. This thing is not about your beauty, girl. Your figure. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Azilungi. Okay. Yo.
I will not call names. They do reality marriages and then 1 year, 2 years down the line.
Gone. Yo. Yes, Jonga, Linsine. What you are saying, Jonga, ugqibile uthetha. We only have 1 minute, but I'm saying, ne, rebuilding after the storm, ne, ingaba i-relationship le yethu ke siphuma kuzo nje uyangena uyangena, ne, but into ebalulekileyo ngoku uLindsay ayithethayo uthi if asidibana, ne, when ke ngoku you rebuild after the storm, you must know uba ayizofana nala Titanic isinkile leyana.
Yeah.
Move on, nangu MSC siyahamba, you know.
Ayiva.
So let's move on, guys. Hamba nale into ukwaziyo ukuba ufikelele kuyo, ne, and uthi ke akaso specialist uthi but yena something that is working for yena, ne, uthi i-energy khawumve mani ba igazi liyavuma, yabona, khanivane, khanibe zii-friends, khanibe yilaa nto uve bajonga we are in this together, yabona.
Sure.
And ke mhlambi ke mandibuze ke Lindsay into yobana uyabhiliva na into yobana kuyo yonke le journey yakho God has been the pillar, has been the strength sobomi bakho?
Like I always say as well, as much as I believe there's one God, and no more is a native God.
Okay.
We all have one creator, one God. We just go through him through different ways.
Okay.
Abanye via Isau, abanye they go through the temple, abanye they go through the mosque, abanye maybe we go through Amashus way, but they are all going to the same God. They have one creator. So I do believe that it does not discriminate what we do. It does not discriminate. Stand alone. It's just that abanye maybe we have this belief that we are special, you understand? But
Mm.
they are fun. So I do believe we are all guys, and I do believe it's under song.
Thank you so
Okay.
much. Inkosi kakhulu. Siyabulela man bhuti man. Thank you for your time.
And I just using the technology, but
Ish.
just if I can just put it in closing.
Yes.
When we spoke, I had said before Uzo's Tuzela department, Nekutsele i-CV yakhe.
Hey, background.
General knowledge.
Mm.
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 Figure out if the part that you are rebuilding with
Mm.
because you can have R1 million in your pocket if you start in a motor, a garage, I have petrol,
Mm.
car.
Hmm.
1.6 ayakho.
Ayizokunceda. Yeah.
It's not.
Hi, thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank
very
you so
much,
much.
Linzito.
We'll,
Thank you, thank you, thank you very
we'll
much,
invite you
Linzito.
again, Lindsay.
Hi.
Not next
But-
week though, but we will
Yeah,
invite
yeah,
you
yeah.
again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
As a friend of the show,
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you, man.
thank you.
Bye. To our
Uh,
listeners out there, ixesha lethu seliphelile.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I see you again. Same time next week. That's Lucy Delz from Keeping Gesi Radio. Thank you.
And thank you, guys. Sometimes we really need to break completely in order to rebuild fully. So the most important thing is to just trust your ability to transform. Good night, everyone.
Night. Thank you so much.